All right, so welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. So I say we can talk about the Finance Act of 2026. So I'll talk about zero import duty on LPG tax, gas, sorry. And so that means say anybody who there for carry gas product into the country, you not get for pay. I mean, it get for be free. Logically, what this mean? That means say when the product then they come inside the country, the way how them be sell them this year, the price therefore automatically change. It will reduce because the one day they buy gas, they will tell you that they buy above 200 or 300,000 euros, and I can't really remember the specific price. But that means if you're not paying for them kind product and they for come inside the country, it means that the price they go down. And when the price they go down, well, I think I said this earlier, how this almost people in this country, salon, way they use gas. When you talk about normal cooking stuff, way people in the use for cook, you will talk about stove, you talk about coal, and when you look at the price of coal for a bag of coal, it's about 130 to 40,000 euros. I mean, which for me, I believe a lot of people they use coal, but gas, well, it's another concern. So you get to look at we look at tobacco, of course, that, of course, we don't talk about, but cement as well, and increase in terms of cement as well. And this, it's another concern. Now, you look at, because once for narrow this down and make people understand and get a breakdown of how this will work. If you get an increase in terms of cement and 10 million per 50 kg, you want to look at people in the belows. The one way, like the price they like I did so, you want to look at the prices of house rent, how it is. And you will want to think automatically from next year, that will be an increment of 10 leons per bag or per 50 kg. And this means at some point, waiting government therefore do, and I'll tell you, government not get control over house rents in this country. That is something we for make we understand that probably you say governments will regulate how people and therefore rent their house and all the incident day. But this is a country where we there, small thing up, it will affect every area, like every area. So if cement go, people will tell you that, you know, once they buy one bag cement, one bill meals, I mean, you want to look at a room and a parlor almost it cost. You therefore expect say how salon people and people get live that kind of life, or they in one kind of place where you feel like they are comfortable for day. So these are all the situation around the Finance Act. Some of them, which of course will get a lot of more for discourse in the program. So we actually expect to be joined by Honorable Mustapha Sellu and also Ibrahim Barrie, sorry, for be part of the conversation this morning. And also you want to look at our financial budget for 2026. It's about 27 billion. I mean, waiting government, want to look at in that budget today. I mean, that's a proposed budget. Now, waiting government intend for spend budget doesn't mean that we get the money right now. Now, this we can do. So I think that's the reason why the Finance Act they for look at say this now then way they are we therefore generate money for me to meet up to that particular amount there. So it's about 27 billion, and looking at the budget centered around the big five we get for do the field salon project and all. It's all about the standard of living, how salon people for live, how salon people for enjoy at the end of the day. So it's over 27 billion, and how we will generate, that's as I say, that comes the Finance Act of 2026. So we have things to discuss in the program. And remember, this is the second term of President Julius Maada. We're going to elections and we look at, but one thing I notice, look at the budget for 2025 and look at the budget for 2026. You want to see a drop down from that of 35 approved to 31, and now this is 27. You want to ask why things reduce, why the budgets of salon reduce. Well, for me, I was expecting personally, like I would expect something past 27 billion. But seeing that, I want to ask like why? This drop down from that of the Huawei Parliament be approved about 30-something billion. So now that's 27 billion. at some point, if we want to say, probably that's safe there for drop down for, because this is the amount where the Ministry of Finance, they look at, say, okay, this is what we want to spend. It depends on the Parliament for approve, or probably Parliament therefore look at one or two things and say, let's have a drop down on this. So let's see how this therefore unfold in the days to come. So you listen to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We soon join, but we guest them for make them be part of the conversation this morning. So a lot of things they happen around the country. I mean, over the weekend. I mean, we are in the festive season, and we can expect how Salone people therefore enjoy the festive season. I mean, there are so much events along. You see the National Reggae Festival, and also we see Dress Lake Show. There's so much thing come out of them two events. Then they, I mean, how things. But one thing I will tell you, Sierra Leoneans want to enjoy. I mean, the suffering, the sufferation, people be targeted. So one for believe that you don't suffer for 11 months, you don't work for 11 months. So December, it's time for make you feel like you relax a bit and get something going, and for prepare yourself come 2026. So it's about preparation. The budget is about preparation, aspiration, and how things will look like 2026. So whether Salone could be beautiful amidst all waiting up on this December, going to 2026. And another thing again, very much important in budget. I mean, the approval after all this could happen, when the money they are going to be, I mean, in the different account or the different ministries, them, it's supposed for me on the 1st of January or maybe the first day of working day next year, and so that things then could begin fast tracked or pushed through in whatever thing they want to do in that particular area. So is it that we're going to how we will generate their money within the shortest period of time, or which we don't get in storage to get now, and how we will do this. So I mean, there's a whole lot. But another thing again, when you talk about taxation, I remember the IMF guys that we come, we talk about how Salone for improve or increase in the taxation. And in as much as there are zero import tax in some certain items, then both say increase. So probably you want for peg it as, is it that because of we so believe in donor support, not only push we for make we increase in tax, and that report will tell you that 75% of which we will need as a country, they come out from foreigners. But you want to ask, waiting with gold, with diamond, I mean, waiting we get them with natural resources, how would we build them for make we able for push away from donor support? And that's again come to mind. Instead of we increase taxing, then things that we're about to highlight so. And I remember the MP when they talk about how we will tackle corruption, because it doesn't necessarily mean say we will increase on taxation, or whatever, but how we're able to tackle corruption. This is a major concern in this country. But I would think again that looking at our natural resources, especially gold, diamond, you name it, what we get as a nation, why we not go build on it? 75% of which we get, I mean, come out from foreigners, it's quite huge as a country. And I mean, the Americans, for instance, I always give reference to the former ambassador, we didn't talk about, they believe in partnership. Now they want for partner with countries, not giving help, but partnership. That is to say, I mean, we are living in a business world. Waiting you get, myself get, will meet at a point, you make profits, a benefit, and these are the things. Not like for continue for the Africa country, the ants they always there under. Why is the European ants they always there on top? And that's the show say they're going to control waiting we they do, or how we want for our economy. So this is a concern. But for me, it's a good that we pay attention to domestic revenue mobilization, how we therefore generates money within ourselves as a country. It's fine, it's good. But how this therefore affects the masses, it's another concern. I mean, it may be beautiful for if Ocean says you go import tax in gas way people they use in this country, but almost people, I mean, they use gas. When it comes to the one they really use gas now, it's almost percent of Sierra Leoneans are using it. So there's so much thing for discourse in the Finance Act, and waiting the opposition think about this. Of course, you never expected the ruling party. Therefore, look at this is a beautiful thing. It's fine. It's a beautiful thing for them. They will feel like this will help. Well, probably the finance committees have never think about almost people in the use. Gas that this country. We for one for say, well, this is beautiful. You go around the country. Probably, I don't get a particular data on that, but I know that about 8.5 million, 11 half of the amount of people who use gas in this country. So how people therefore benefit from this? Well, probably one for put and say, where the price go down, people then go buy more. That's another thing of governments going for defend on that particular side here. So continue for listening to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the program. Okay, so welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, and also you watch on our Facebook page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM, and Radio Garden, and of course Choice FM. That's the one that will live in the eastern part of Freetown. So they talk about the Finance Act of 2026. measured, put in place, for make we able for reach which we for generate as a country for reach up to the 27 billion budget as a nation which we for spend next year. How we get for generate the money in the within reserve as a nation. So taxation is beautiful. It's fine when it comes to development in a particular country. You want to say it's good. So we expect to get Honorable Ibrahim Barrie online. Let's listen to the position of the opposition party. Hello, Honorable, good morning, and welcome to the Epic Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
Honorable, good morning, and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Barrie, and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, Ivan. Good morning,
all right, nice having you this morning. Happy New Month to you.
Yes, same to you. Thank you so much.
So we talk about the Finance Act of 2026. We see a lot of we see measures them taking place for make we meet up to the financial budget of 2026, which is above 27 billion, and there's so much in that particular act. What's the pick from the opposition?
No, first of all, I make correction, Ivan. There is a difference between the Finance Act,
so don't state and of course the budget
and the Appropriation Act.
Okay.
So now the budget, the Appropriation Act, now give the president and the government the authority for use about 27 billion we be see them partition and by different MDAs when I know the total. The Finance Act they give the power to the government for source revenue, also for ad tax, like custom tariff, excise and other things there. All right. So within the context of we discussion today, we are still seeing at the Finance Act because the budget then just lay on Friday, and ideally this week Wednesday to the other week. Now we don't debate in a parliament, and then we go now to the appropriation committees. Then, so the Finance Act in the Menka with Wednesday, and then Menka with through a privilege. So this privilege with with the government officials then from the Ministry of Finance and Revenue, NRA, they all been there, including the Minister of Finance, present all outside the one increased tax system, and then in front of members of parliament them and the leadership. So we been raised some concerns them. Key among them, first of all, then give justification, say they not just want add taxes for Sierra Leoneans, but that ECOWAS and who partners them, where the money to we finance with development trajectory, they see say we slow on revenue growth, and the demand say we need for enhanced with revenue collection so that we revenue for able rise up to 2.8 billion, and then for ensure say we able finance with development. But the good thing is that unanimously in Parliament between the SLPP and the APC, we all be agree say any tax we them for increase for ensure say it take the people into consideration, because at the end of the day, the state self gets a responsibility. Where you go now with Constitution Part 2 on that fundamental state policy, then you go now Section 7, you get what you call economic objective. The state get political objective, you get economic objective. Under economic objective, the state commit to ensure say it manage with natural resources then prudently for maximize economic growth and for enhance the welfare of the citizens then. So we on side as members of Parliament, we insist say we there against any attempt for continue for add taxes, especially on basic things like basic commodities. Basic commodities they forfeit and put tomato, base. Where we say these are things that way the homes now in a way now enablers of economic growth now the homes them imported bottle, imported Maggi cube, all of them and they will actually get other areas then will be welcome. Like for example, them put zero taxes then on renewable.
So let me talk about those imported Maggi or bottle water and whatever thing you have you. But in that direction, you want for believe that government want for look at how for cut down on importation. I mean, let's believe in waiting we get as a nation.
Well, in fact, that's now one of the justification with the Minister of Finance. They say they take into consideration for enhance the feed saloon, because now we get local production of eggs and rest. So they want for add taxes on importation so that we could promote local content, which actually we're not there against. Though the concern for most of we are that whether we get enough for take care of people them. Because if we also put taxes on imported eggs and other things that we get for add to value, food value chain, we for ensure say we get enough, we produce enough, we for able to take care of we, or else that one will come, then will increase the prices and it will affect people back. Because the whole thing here now for put to people at the center of the debate, we ensure say anything what they do, affect to people much to a point that it will affect them basic livelihood, access to food and all. So like they say, them actually remove taxes on solar panel, LPG stove, whether they will understand how for promote renewable energy. But down the back, I remember we leader Honorable Adukabubu insist not just for remove taxes, for put zero taxes on them, but for ensure say we monitor. Because for we, especially in the opposition, waiting we insist now that not to lack of taxes, they facilitate low revenue growth, but rather now leakages and corruption.
Okay,
we get businesses that we're politically connected, where some of them are high taxpayers, they're waiting for the pay, but we don't come because they're politically connected and because we not get efficient and effective operations in our reports and revenue authority, they give them people their tax avoidance, tax clearance. So we insist on that, not to say because of we current tax make, because we get with GST, we get with custom tariff, excise tax, even on rest. All done every day. But we feel say now because of corruption and leakages now the system, and therefore we need for enhanced proper monitoring for ensure say we able to improve revenue growth.
All right. So hold on a bit. We don't be joined in the studio by Honorable Mustapha Sellu and Deputy Chair, Finance on Deputy Chairman Committee on Finance Parliament. Honorable, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning, family, and good morning, people of Sierra Leone.
You don't listen to Honorable Ibrahim, and these are the concerns of Parliament, not to get zero import tax or whatever. It's about how una get for monitor. I mean, the monitoring part of it, it's so much important. I mean, some of them people in they not go pay anything for cancer with products in the country or then goods in the country, to put it that way. But how would you ensure that, because for me into a stadium, say, of course, if you not for pay anything for car with gas in this country, it means that the price therefore reduce. How would you ensure that this be put in place?
Well, we get a rule as Parliament, as per Constitution. We get 3 key functions. One, for make law, we ensure in the Constitution Section 105. We're not a legitimate body for make law in this country. 2, for represent to people. 3, to provide oversight. Interpretation and management of the law, not we. For interpret the law, at the Supreme Court. For carry out the day-to-day activity of tax collection, the NRA. However, we got a supervisory role over the NRA as committee. I just lay the premise for let people understand.
So in a good thing that will make we understand ourselves, if things go wrong,
we all do responsibility.
If things go wrong, Parliament supposed for all NRA or whose institution ever found one thing that was not our agreement, and this, so that's your rule as well. So if we ask for monitor indirectly, we are monitor those institutions.
With responsibility, Naya, as Parliament or as a country, we don't make it very clear now. If you look to the Finance Acts of 2026, under go to page 3, HS codes for cooking gas, for stove, for solar panels, zero tax, no tax. So what did that mean? Nobody can tell we say in a wataki, no the wataki, and they make don't pay, we don't this, and we know we as Parliament need for monitor that they for ensure say yes, it reflects that the market, the cost of that reflected the markets. It may happen sometimes in 2021. We give tax exemption to cement importers of cement and other commodities. We see that the price will hike. So we'll be careful, call them to a meeting, we halt them.
Well, so, when I get to realization for, say, at the end of it, tax exemption, don't be a huge concern back in terms of how they raise revenue back in this country.
Yes, that is the balance we have to keep.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to keep that balance. What thing would they do as a country? Because one for ensure, say, the issue of renewable energy, the issue of climate change, resilience, we're able for fit into that. So one for encourage people for use, for move from charcoal burning and wood to stove, and gas. So that is why you see government is 0%. Not to say government don't want to generate revenue. But they generate huge revenue for say the tax the wire, but we left from that with it. So then I one thing for sure is government commitment for when ensure say we get to people them a better life with their on the cause. They talk about a lot of issues that meet when I discuss a lot of issues about how tax removed from this, from egg tax on this, ag tax on imported goods.
So let's stick to the question first. We can't talk about that.
I don't think
we still go to this zero import
commodities.
Commodity. This is important to me because one, I will look at initially, almost people they use gas in this country. That is one. And 2, you get to realize say this now for encourage people and for use more of that part, which is fine. But our concern here is it at a point where therefore meet with NRA or now get a sit down say this price now this would expect. I mean, then people would count in particular and things they are for sale. Is it going to be when I get a floor price or probably when I get if they actually pass this around the selling price, they pass this out because this is a country people. They take advantage of situation. According to the Honorable, because of probably one or two influence, which of course, it's no secret they happen within government, it choose for doing it. So how will this work? That's my question.
Me no one for talk on anything we not get evidence on about political influence of government.
No, but it's me, you don't need for
tax exemption.
I'm coming. You don't need to forget evidence. These are things that we work across the streets of Itong. I mean, here they happen. So I know it's a political defense. I know it's a political
I'm on radio and I'm on record. I will not justify anything that hasn't got any evidence before me. So I talk on based on an evidence-based discussion.
So if you want to argue that, then how do you feel like they get problem in terms of tax exemption? I mean, people on the raise concern.
We have legitimate tax exemptions.
Because our governments fail for monitor.
We have legitimate tax
governments fail for monitor.
We have legitimate tax exemptions where they go through parliament, when big companies where they can invest, because as government, not just exemption, that part of the contribution that they.
So why government they make sure say, I mean, those people coming and we government don't exempt them. I mean, for make sure say then deliver within government pull away from the tax then they. So it's more or less the same thing.
Well, that is the issue of compliance and monitoring. So I think that part we will discuss more.
Right,
but the issue of tax exemptions, those are legitimate ones.
Okay,
that they talk about where they get an agreement with the government of Sierra Leone. It don't go through Minister of Finance. It don't go through the line ministries. It don't go Parliament. We don't enact them. Then laws, them agreement, and we give the schedule of various tax exemption categories of tax handles, right? So that not to endless tax exemptions, it get period. Just for let a business kick, and as they grow, then that tax exemption they begin window down. So the issue of monitoring, I think we all have responsibility. The civil society, the fourth estate, one of the media people, with the parliamentarians, we need for ensure that the goods, their commodities, they are na zero tax on them. So if they see the price, because one let people them get solar panels that they homes them, wait for you for substitute the national grid. Now that the objective and while people they move from burning coals, from burning woods to a clean cooking method.
Okay.
You say how much people they use gas. This way burn a go of free, but you see first time people they pass with axe, they go and please wood in a compounding. First time. But it don't fade out. You know, you see nobody pass again for whole cutlass or axe for going fence for plate wood for people. Now most homes now it happen in the western area now they use gas. Yeah, they use gas. So gradually now a change not happen in one in a process. Now a whole development stage, now a process. So by the time people they don't used to this, in the next couple of years, you will see 60-70% of the homes in this city and the country go begin use gas, because it's a new thing for this country. Not so like another part of the world where gas that they use throughout. So and we see the burning of firewood, they don't go to charcoal. So from charcoal, most people they don't graduate to gas. So that's how the pyramid they move on. So doing this, putting this measures in place for take tax off the kind of commodities they encourage people for buy, because they get at a cheaper rate, both 6 kg and 12 kg, no tax on them. So I think that are the objective than they. And we get for ensure see that the prices of their wire nobody know the escalator, because me say they buy gas, I they buy solar panels for me community. So we get for ensure that they say go.
All right, so I'll join Honorable Barrie. Honorable Barrie, I hope you're still there around. Hello, Honorable Barrie.
Yes.
All right, so you don't listen to it in Honorable say, but let's move another one, which of course it's very much important, that has to do with the price of cement. Let's talk about that. What's the position of the opposition?
This now one area where the Minister of Finance actually say that they impose waiting and call pricing formula. As we noticed for the past 2 years, the year before last, when we amended the Finance Act, there was small increments on rice, but affect the markets. So then still because of the pricing formula, we then be ensure say business entities then follow, now make that not be happening. So when they reach now the issue of the cement, this now area where we raise, we take Sierra Leoneans, them teachers, police officers, people that when they try, they do their best for they able to get a home, and any attempt for adding something as cement, it will be proper. It will affect the efforts for the people to be able to get affordable homes. So this now one time the Minister of Finance tell me say, even though then they try for put small taxes on them, but purely for the business, and they affect the price. Therefore, they ensure they put the pricing formula when they affect the price. So like what you be tell
una ask, sorry, Ibrahim, una ask how this no go affect the price. We'll get a clear explanation to that. How this no go affect the price.
Like I tell you, they give you example to the rice. You understand? The rice, the last excise duty, there was small increments on them, where we been collectively as a house insist on say no. In fact, the last within the 2 years, the other year, if we don't go from 5% increment at the rice to 10%, but then it will be amended. They not being pursued with last year. Last year there was no amendment. So and shall we say now because of that pricing formula they wouldn't do make we see say raise price now don't need to go. In fact, they even go up with already the paid tax today. They say so that they ensure say not only at the custom side of farm, now they didn't tax they impacted, but they monitor the process for ensure say they get collective engagement with the business community that the price not for go up. So because of what we don't see on the right side, and because of the assurance with the ministers and government get the power, parliament get the power for continue for monitor through the oversight responsibility, section 93, and we still say well. Since they don't give you that commitment, we say we position as a parliament, and then
how realistic is how Honorable Ibrahim as opposition MP? How realistic is that commitment? It's something I know. So now for talk about what's happen in the guys in the guys and all, but how realistic within the opposition when I see that like how you talk about police, teachers, journalists, you name it, everybody they rent us. Well, here is the country where they live, where people could tell you say, you don't must spend for bill meals, and that reflects on how people get for parents at the end of the day. As a nation presently, we struggle with us rent, and sadly enough, I don't know, probably other people get a view, but there is no way or side the way we regulate, say, okay, now so this for happen at this amounts people and go pay in terms of us rent and all, but it's nothing like that. Talk about locals are very expensive in this country. So how will this push development in our country?
Exactly, Ivan. That's exactly what we push for. We take into consideration the continuous increase of house rent, the continuous increase of building materials, and we tell them any attempt for further increase this, it will be proper, take with people into consideration. It will make things very difficult. But this part we take them by the word as a ministry, and then assure we tell we say it will not affect the prices, because like we continue for telling I say not to if we add a tax na the cement side will help we for that we reach that we revenue targets the, but rather now because of the leakages and corruption, and now in the cause we lack failure for reach here. And if we add other side we get other side we will welcome like the area of the renewable energy, even electric cigarettes, other areas they will not get problem areas the way they now for empower we local content. But on that particular area they will be condemned, but we are assured though the finance bill with them car with now the pre-legislative hearing, they may make some amendments them. Now the final documents with the out when the finance bill 2026 laws amended, we can still say they remove tomato and other areas them, but the cement in remain the same. Then just assure we of the pricing formula that it will not increase, no increments no go up on the price of cement where the final consumer buy. So we hold them by the word, and we as a parliamentary house get the oversight responsibility together with the Ministry of Trade for ensuring we put to people enforce, and this now something we need a pick color when it comes and softness or then things today, they need a pick color and a pick body will for come together. Ensure say we put people in at the center for protect with people, and because any attempt for increase standing unbearable for we citizens and for we all.
Honorable, so how would you ensure, like according to what you know, ensure parliamentarians of the opposition that this no will get a direct effect on in terms of price of cement? Because as I say, we all know how cement business in the country, people owe them bill and all them things like that. So how will this work?
The issue of Osrents we're not for really put on this particular finance act in being existent.
Why?
All they don't do, we don't build from 1960, 1970 something, 19 this. But people they take high rentage for. This is about the attitude of Sierra Leoneans as well.
So well, that's what we see.
So
because
we say,
now even if price go up, if price go up, it's the same attitude.
We get for contribute to national development. People the way they also they rent safety the inheritor. The inheritor, if the calculator they all owes because 1,000 leons. If you convert, if you equate that now to nowadays, something now then 200, 300 million. If you equate it now, 1,000 in somatic your grandpa bill owes. But now they rent at $5,000, $6,000, $4,000. So it's about we say with your attitude first. So but let we move from that. The excise duty or the tax on this cement store, we purely, let me make it very clear, purely imported cement materials or equipment where they come. Some factories they come with a mixed or whatever chemicals for can do baggage now.
Okay.
Now the people they with the target on this particular tax. So the tax not to a generic tax on cement. You get imported cement. Now then specifically we pay attention to. But the one thing like Barrie say, we as government we ensure say the pricing formula is very important. It happy like you say the 2025. Let me make it very clear. 2025 Finance Act will not add no tax. Within that act, they really be speak to now compliance enforcement for the NRA for be able for generate more tax, for put some measures penalties in place. Because like for example, in the 2024 Finance Act, we talk say mining large taxpayers for filing their tax not later than so date in the new year in this after so months blah blah. You understand? But we'll not put any clause where they talk about penalties. We're not talking any clause for NRA where they talk about the penalties and compliance issues. So the 2025 Finance Act will bring her now for put their enforcement laws in there. We'll not really add tax in the 2024 Finance Act. We'll not really add anything. So now that kind of power that will give NRA. If this person not file, now you find this, or you close the business, or you take on to this. So that kind of thing that we do. And we see the 5% we put on rice in 2024 will be see with the ring fence. And ring fence in the financial term means will they put them in a basket. That's the way they use for just any kind of thing. They use that purely towards the fixed salon. And we don't see the results today. We don't see the results. The time with them will be the other tax, rest be still the 1,000, some part of the country 1,100. Oh, Adam, they say, oh, where's they can go past, where's they can go 2 million, where's they can go 1.5. But when this government sit down, the Ministry of Finance, the NRA, the Ministry of Trade, they sit down with the business people, they work out a price formula. Today in Africa, no part of return or they we're supposed to sell 700,000 or 700 million, new millions. No part of the return. It range from 650, 670, 680, depending on the area. So in the far end of the country, less than they're saving something, some 750, some depending on the transport or the proximity. So I think in that direction, we don't save people a lot. People don't save be saved a lot. So I think that same formula, that same institution, that same mechanism, that same thing we will do for the rice, not to anything secret, would they implement it for the cement as well. Because mind you, we get for generates internal revenue generation, we get for boost that day. Because we're not going left so forever for the depend on the.
Is it possible for make we hit the 2.85 billion?
It is possible because let me now tell you, we get the various financial documents we can have parliament.
Okay.
We get the statements of the economy and financial policies. We get on there. We get what we call the appropriation. We get what we call the Finance Act. Yeah, the Finance Act. Then they give NRA powers for collect the tax. The appropriation, now they allocate the monies to the various ministries, MDAs for let it be able for use. The budget estimates, now they get the breakdown of everything. So these are technical documents that not only post will get able for interpret them. It's a whole professional thing on its own. So we need for understand it. Now we talk about the Finance Act, where they give the powers to NRA for able for collect with taxes. You see, if we meet that target day, yes, because these are projections that we don't make, and if everything being equal, we all put our hands together and we ensure say NRA collect the tax we for collect, and we all be in compliance. Yes, we reach that target because at that day we don't see them, we don't plan. Now that they carry with Parliament, now they explain to, now that we back look into, we all debate them, we all discuss the issue like committee one before they come to the plenary, they will finally agree and pass this. So we get budgetary support from moral guarantors, yeah, the donors. But the budgetary support, it also get conditions. One, internal revenue generation. So the people know they can't give you money, then you get money in your backyard, you get some, for example, they can't support you with money, but you get property that you also for sale, or you get business that you play with, don't play local.
So does this mean, because myself in going to talk about one, IMF makes such a recommendation that for us, we therefore look at we revenue generation, increase it. So does this mean that at some point, saloon people get to struggle a bit from it up to, this 2.85 billion?
Not so. IMF, they get what you call conditionalities, but not so only IMF. The European Union get what you call performance indicators. They're not get conditionalities. One of the performance indicators you get for managing resources very well.
But at some point, they advise government as well.
Yeah, no. Let me just come.
No, you also agree they advise government.
Before they agree, are they telling them more? The conditionality, not to that.
Okay.
You see, EU they support this country so much. Most of the giant infrastructural projects they do in terms of roads, in terms of bridge, that EU they support free. Government they come in a bit. But they get what you call performance indicators. One of the performance indicator, key indicators now, internal revenue generation. We get for bill for generate we own income. Yeah. We get for manage and prudently. We get for fiscal discipline. We get for enhance very transparent procurement practices in line with the NPPA
and government said therefore cuts down on the expenses as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the fiscal discipline. That's the fiscal discipline aspect of them. So, and I believe, with this one, we don't put this measure, we don't put in place. Those are all measures.
So now that they actually are at the expense of Sierra Leoneans, in as much as there is a change, that they should say, certain people get for at some point. Well, you therefore struggle for benefits, but people therefore struggle a bit. That's what I'm asking.
Struggle for benefit for what?
Honorable, they talk about this domestic revenue generation.
Yeah.
So they talk about whether salon people get to struggle a bit. The increment in terms of cement, of course, tobacco and tobacco is something we're not going to talk about, because but when we talk about cement, we don't establish a lot of facts around that side, who side therefore lead to, it means salon people therefore struggle smaller.
No. I don't make my responsibility now for make them very clear, let people understand. Cement not they make some people they struggle. Okay. We as a government, and that make the vote we in. We get responsibility now for ensure that not happen. So if you can't see, let me answer. Say people they go for struggle with that. No, that's not the point.
I'm not forcing you.
You know they force me. You just they put the questions. That the work of the journalist for check the question. If you are not smart now, then they talk to you. But being somebody who at this platform for so many years, they know how they answer me questions.
Okay.
We responsibility as a government now for able to absorb shock. Government and absorber, where issues that happen of any nature in terms of emergency, in terms of this, you get for bill for quell that situation down. Now that kind of responsibility down there. And I don't explain over and over that this issue of cement will not get for see any price increase. We're not going to foresee because we the handle land, they just they could handle the rest issue. Today, all man they will afford the yes, and it available. So now one thing that this government don't do, the availability of them essential commodities. I need to talk about luxury goods. Luxury goods now luxury. Like you talk about tobacco, this that. Now they're not to staple thing, not to staple food, not choice. Yeah. So but for the issue of the rice, the cement, I think nothing and then they will pay priority to. We also talk about you know reached it, but I'll just offer your attention about the tax we will add on imported eggs, imported bottled water.
Yeah, of course we discussed on that day.
Yeah. Yes. So we this is a visionary government. What we don't do, we don't get a grant of over millions of dollars for ISDB, Islamic Development Bank, for livestock and poultry management. So we still the study still shows there's a gap in poultry farming in this country. We know they get enough eggs So the imported eggs they come. So we get people that they invest in that. So let me government through the Islamic Development Bank don't come with these grants for we. So we can see in the next couple of months or years how we boost Dundee. So we do them for empower the local farmers in poultry and livestock management, so that we move for beef Dundee up. So you can't see just now we don't get huge money for Dundee.
How much are the money I get, sir?
I say it run into millions of dollars.
Any specific amount?
It run into millions of dollars. Okay. And the agreements are going to make available to you if you want them.
Definitely.
So that the people of Sierra Leone, whether into farming, into livestock farming, into poultry farming, they come be able to expand their business. And expanding their business, like we get one way, they run a McKinney way, where they under Unimark. Now Unimark get our poultry, they produce something like 1,000 to 2,000 eggs.
So the reason, because me Honorable Ibrahim talk about Dundee, and the reason why we don't talk about Dundee, because I feel like it therefore improve on your local content. That of course I agree. We get a lot of what are coming in there within the country where they have to go through the challenge. So if there's a tax on that particular imported products, and it's fine for us as a nation. But when you talk about egg, this now another something very much important. We don't get this battle on back and forth in terms of branding, like how people will know the difference between the imported egg and that of the local egg. Is it something that they take into consideration this time around?
A very easy for identify. Me, I identify them. The imported eggs.
All right, but you not go represent millions of Sierra Leoneans.
No, well, let me talk on the radio so they go understand that. The imported eggs, you see sometimes it can get stamped. It can get a colored writing, something red, something black, something green. It can get a stamp them. Then it can be clean, the imported eggs. But the poultry farm eggs, the real poultry farm eggs in this country, you can see it can get small for feather panam. You see, that too shiny like the imported, and in the preserve longer. If you get the original farm product egg now for
so this already so that's just the end scene of waiting there for happen, but you're gonna market it two egg then before you. How fastly you go realize it, this is the local egg and this is the import. So this is something we already talk about.
Realize that. Before talk.
So this you're not just an individual, honorable.
I'm an individual representing the people of this country. So
no, but you're not going to for all salon people.
No, well, let me make now. I make salon people know the difference. Let me make an education with the
All right. So
suppose of this that for let educate people.
So you don't tell me say million.
So at the end of the day, the ministry responsible, whether the Minister of Trade, get for do an outreach on that.
Okay, thank you.
For able to distinguish the imported and the poultry farm eggs from within the country.
All right, quickly,
and they all get brand.
All right, so quickly, Honorable Ibrahim, before we open the phone line, you feel like government we will able to reach up to that target of 2.85 billion from all waiting to happen? So.
Well, Ivan, to be honest, like waiting we opposition leader Honorable Abdul Kabobi insist on, when we actually close the leakages, when we actually monitor corruption within the revenue sector, when we ensure people we not give people tax avoidance because of political connection, we go able to reach with revenue targets. And we will help with for finance, for economic development. And then most importantly, when we control expenditure, any serious country, you know, for spend past what you get, not to every unnecessary travels we could participate on. We get embassies. Now almost all we partner countries them. Like America, so today we get 2 embassies. Then we get embassy in Washington, we get embassy in New York, now the UN office. Not to everything we for the see president, they take private jets within team for good share a program. We need for control the expenditure. It's just like you would post within at your home. If you say what you get your income per monthly, you spend more than that, then you get serious financial gaps. Then it will affect you. So we believe we for monitor we revenue activities them as the country. We for manage the issue of leak. This was a manifesto promise from this government that they can for help we for block all the leakages for ensure fiscal discipline. And then we for ensure say the state, according to Section 2 of the Constitution, it gets political, it gets economic objectives to citizens. The way you go under economic objective, it commits for put the people at the center, the welfare of the people at the center. So like what me brother the talk so, if it is genuine that with the increase tax on imported egg, on imported cement, for ensure say we boost the local content. If it is genuine, and then if we do a market analysis and see say the local production, it will take care of the market needs, then so be it, not a problem. Now for boost local production. But then again, we get for realize say up to now, we it comes to you do a market analysis, like for example, rice. What we produce, we don't begin produce due to the feed salary and all. It's not enough. We're still dependent on imported rice. So even though we put taxes on some of them, we need to be considerate and put the people at the center of it all. And as members of parliament, now that's our responsibility, because we did parliament primarily for represent with people, now people and send with it, and the sovereign power of the states is still lies with the people. So most of the negotiation they are do. Me believe, say back to your question, if we block the leakages, if we control expenditure, we enhance fiscal management of we finances, and then we fight the issue of corruption at the revenue and the finance side. I believe say we will reach economic growth whilst we maximize the welfare of people in the country.
I thank you so very much, Honorable Sellu, and that of Honorable Barrie. Continue for the retreat. We'll open the phone line very soon on 079-994-993. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. Stay tuned. Come back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. So let's start for people calls and now 079-994-993. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. We'll go to first call online already. Logo online. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, boy from Godrich.
Boy from Godrich. Go ahead.
I want the public understand they do not support what they get from other countries. There are people that will be don't pay tax for them country now they call small the FP. So if we self land for pay tax, now the main way any government will operate. If we self land for pay tax, then we able to help yourself. You have to start with yourself. So that don't know, not all that I would then tax, and then the court pay. So I want let people to understand that. So we don't get a bad culture of not paying tax because of corruption. But now the system is being sanitized. So let we learn or accept that except we contribute tax, we not going to move forward. Right. Then I can see from many discussions this issue of the plane they peep. The plane fly they peep. The whole economy of Sierra not rest on President Bureau in plane. That is very absurd. The whole economy of Sierra Leone not rest on President Bureau in plane.
All right.
People have flown and people will still fly. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. The number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, stay within 1 minute and go straight to the points. Log online again. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Panalist. Lambert from Gas Street.
Go ahead, Father Lambert. Go ahead.
Now we can to the increments of this cement. Say, house rent is there, house rent is there. The brother, the best landlord will be say, he find for rent too, I be clear. But we the country now, we begin the rent place by dollar to dollar. And this increment of the materials, where you go ask for one bag cement, you need free for telling about 180 euros. You don't go buy one bag cement. Say, that person don't go build it. You don't answer. You don't go imagine say you go for S price. But if government don't put the price down, but we the layman and say no, we buy 1 or 2 bag cement. Reginald, then they pay you 800 euros minimum wage. Then you go buy 150 or 180 euros for 1 bag. Are you able to build? The law we kind in terms of its waste management. Because if we pay tax, like waiting more so. Could you imagine the country will be able to get developmental? Right. Always we lead and believe for government out. And not possible. If the ruling party, the EU opposition, we all on board and make developments. This tax we know they pay. Now they are going at this country.
Thank you very so much. Very much. 079-994-993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, please stay within 1 minute and make your points. Go ahead and pick another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Name us, call from, please.
Pamusa, the corner class back.
All right, Pamusa, go ahead.
What are the trying to say for here? And the time where the government come newly, the revenue them they collect inside the week. Them they show we for say una show that this we don't collect inside this week here, but that we don't cut off. I don't know what happened, Mr. Honorable. Now left day. And Honorable, I don't know if in a government they try for defend or if they will talk for the people of this country here, because I see it out less inside about 640 or 50,000. That's not to pass for me. You security work, then go pay you 1 million, you one of that whole lot to the money day. Then they pull 640 or 650,000 loans. What in the left with you? Then you get another month, you get picking, they get what I get for parents out. You see, so for me, that they not to go, not to pass down and for me, then we'll see them put fear down. Then take today, you join it like a care or Kada or put that, and the same price. You see? So for this one to God. Look first for this one, how would you put this country before? After all I did, APC and SLPP, now they left for take blame.
Thank you.
Honorable, go talk watching at the ground, watching they go on. Lord, no, how talk the truth.
Thank you so very much, Pamusa.
We will talk to we said to God, I'm trying the country to go before.
All right, thank you so very much, Pamusa. 079-994-993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, please stay within 1 minute and make your point. You get another caller again online. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name us, the call from, please.
Ivan, how the morning, sir? How the weekend?
Fine, sir.
Now, Pakon said he called for.
Okay, Pakon, go ahead.
I dey tell you na 2020 una the educatory. You see, we not agree pay tax, and them people outside now from the tax money, they not get gold, they not get diamond. Now they then they push. If we then say them cut off, now they finally they not they giving nothing. How we get for sustain? If they say they not giving nothing again, they don't tire, they don't exhaust. Then say get their own problem. Lord put this country first. Lord put Salon first. Lord forget about party. Lord put Salon first so that the country will grow. First say I'll be late. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so very much. I think we get okay. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. Log online and get and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Your name is Eddie Colovan, please.
Concerned citizen, I go from Godage.
All right, from Godage. Go ahead.
You see, in country, my brother, politicians and the deception and plenty. The apple already talk say the country economy no restaurant President no in traveling. Yes, at some point is right, but not part of. If only then traveling, they also be curtailed a bit. And this tax, what they talk, most of the people don't know they pay tax, and they are politically connected, and that is where the problem is. Look at content policy, what they say, they are not working towards it at all. And so, this is why, look at the population who gets 8 million. If only we manage resources and they may for go. I don't think so we will go into all of this. But all things that politicize, how can we push forward?
All right. Thank you.
It's really beating my brother.
Thank you very much. So very much for your contribution to the program. 079-994-993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. We'll take another call, and after this call, we'll take 3 more calls and try to up the 4th segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm concerned citizen.
All right, go ahead, concerned citizen.
Yeah, thank you. The problem at this country, if we not put your mindset together, this country can never grow unless we put your mindset together. You see, the country, the people, they don't want to pay tax. And tax, now in the developed country. If you don't pay tax, the country will not develop. A president country, they all hold the advance, so they America, then Europe, this, that, all the advance. That tax make them develop. And we always go there country, then they, you know, we go there country, and they will know pay tax. You get for pay tax. That means somehow we go, if they work 4-5 sides, only they will pay tax. You should get for pay bills. And then bills and then they develop the country. But we now, nobody no want pay tax. When you tell them for pay tax, that cost you the cost you. You see? So our country will develop. Don't forget about government, this, that. Now we mindset for put together as Sierra Union. And when you put your mindset together, the country will improve and will develop.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so very much. 079-994-993 and 99493, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. Let's see if we can squeeze 2 more calls and try for up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Logo online. Hello, quickly. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yeah, good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, boss.
Yeah, this is Ajazi, the Keke rider.
All right, Ajazi, go ahead.
Yeah, people they talk saying what is this tax about maybe company will develop. Me, I disagree. Especially real sector, even they want transport section. The tax will be plenty, but not the improvement that we start. Right now, Keke, the replacement will be placed license. Now over 3,000 from 100. Any liter of fuel no buy. They pull the road maintenance fund. But what they see nothing, particularly with promote years that for the past 2 years. We don't go, we don't talk, say we don't talk. We say that money that they go, the people they see, they talk, say we not they pay tax. Any fast one go for go buy a Shalima, they cost GS program. Who say the money they do? The money they don't, who say they go? The road maintenance fund money, who say in they go? The license money, who say in they go? The keke not expensive. It's not expensive to the way it is to buy keke. At the 80,000 and 80 million, at 50 years change now you get it.
Right.
We say all the money that they go now. One of the trucks say we not they pay tax.
Thank you.
Huh?
Right.
You should not sit down now. So if you say we must pay tax. No improvement, you know they did. We don't go buy top up, meter top up. We don't go pay 100 or 25 units or 10 units. We say the balance money they did.
Thank you so. Thank you so very much, Jazzy. Thank you. We'll take one last call. It's 079-994-993 and last lucky caller, and then we turn your attention to we guest them and try for up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and also you call from, please.
Abdullah Sise, I call en route to work.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to support the last caller. The fact here is, I think Sister Lina has to pay a lot of tax. There's nothing to do with the still not pay tax. The issue is now what you want to do, who they manage the tax, what can they do, and our issue. Okay. And I think so honorable Washington and then issues and they owner for the ask, now for the debate on. Not about people that pay tax. We all pay tax. We all work in our offices and they cut with tax up front. You go buy in a shop, there's GST. You buy fuel, there's a tax. You pay for EDSA, there's a tax. So once again, they say we not pay tax. People have lost the bigger picture. Now, how do they manage the tax? That's no problem. So we're not going to say we not blame government. Because the government, the leadership, now they manage the entire economy. Where you go wrong, now they will blame. Where you go right, now they will praise. So when things can go wrong, they're ready to accept them, hold that lay, and find a way forward for fix up some of the issues there. I'm your contribution on that.
Thank you so very much. We're not going to take any more call again. Honorable Mustapha, you listen to we callers and quick response to them before we turn to Ibrahim Bango.
Yes, thank you.
Barrie, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all the callers we don't listen attentively and contribute to this program. That should say they get concerned for this country. The only thing I want to see, as a government, we need for enforce tax compliance, because like we don't get 100% callers. We'll get up to almost 9 to 10 callers.
Yeah.
7 days in support of tax, okay, payment of tax, and I think we need for get a culture. Yeah, from the small taxpayers, middle-level taxpayers, large taxpayers, we all need to enforce that for let we pay the tax. Because like you say, the countries that would go admire, so you get Boku tax for people. Some man they work $6,000 a month. That $6,000 they will take left in hand and $1,000 left. Some man $1,500 left in hand after they don't pay all bills, insurance, car, cable, this, that, water. You don't pay all that.
So I think the concern of the opposition is how focus down on leakage them, not the institution, which of course is a major concern.
The concern about leakages, I think, a concern we don't come up with. We get for looking to down the, and like I say, we get for as parliament, we get for invest more into oversight. We get for put time into oversight. Let ensure say the MDAs and they on the tools and deliver for the people of this country. Because not only by that we be able to achieve a result. You talk about last week at Liberty TV. We talk about the MCC and the issue of government effectiveness. All this will they discuss, they feed into Dande. Like the issue of corruption, we want to talk about consistently. We don't get passing mark consistently from 2018 to date.
Passing dropping mark.
No.
Because
yeah, but we are still in our 70s. They're excellent in the 70s. Na 8 and the.
They want to start with 83 now and 74.
So we don't make progress.
So it's a continuous drop down.
We don't make progress in that.
A continuous drop down.
No, it's not a drop down. We don't get 79. We don't get now a progress we make. We don't go to a government effectiveness.
I wonder what you define. I wonder how you define progress from 83 to 74, and you still say no progress.
Yeah.
I wonder what the definition of progress.
Yes, we not fail. There are issues.
But it's a drop down. We're not reduce. Not the candle. Fight against corruption. The candle.
Those issues that they'll get for address.
Thank you.
But there are issues. Yeah, okay. Those issues are what we're going to address.
All right.
We talk about government effectiveness. We made government effectiveness 2014-15. We meet at 10%, 15%, the highest. We don't carry until 42%. Stay with it. So. Those are the kind of things we get for look at.
Right,
we're going to dream board as a government for look at the issues, look at the gaps, look at what needs to be done, what have we done right, how have we not done right, what can we do more to be able to translate our policies into action so that this action will benefit the ordinary Sierra Leonean. I think that's our responsibility as a government.
Thank you.
As a way of rounding up, I think we the opposition parties, the ruling party, and the fourth estate, every Sierra Leonean give for put the hands, the shoulder on the way for ensure say we able for deliver for this country. Not to one man get for do one, because it get for do with attitude. We all get for change with attitude. We all get for look at the governance issue as a national concern, not as a political concern or individual.
Thank you so very much for your time for being part of the Epic Morning Show. Honorable Ibrahim Barrie, quick one. Round up, you listen to the callers them, which will be closing or respond to the messages. Or the callers then, sorry. Thank you very much for an attempt for being part of the fourth segment of the Epic Morning Show. Continue for the listen to Epic Morning Show or Epic Radio.